off the back of the Australia suggestion, I would be proper open to then maybe having, a sniper rifle, for example.
Okay, yeah,
Limited in use, but if you're in the outback, right, and maybe you're tracking a target, then in certain situations, as an assassin, you can have a long range sniper rifle attack. Also, look, I'm just thinking like, okay, if you're going to go to these different regions, then you have to take on board some of the weapons and whatnot that are available. And I don't think that has to be a negative thing all the time. It doesn't always have to be. ah, Assassin's Creed is, Hidden Blade in the Renaissance period, and everything that predates that. Like you don't have to have these mega monoliths of open world games like every time. You can have these. What I think, in my opinion, Mirage is a great demonstration of something that's worked well. Okay, not just because of leaning on the nostalgia and taking influence from where the game's origins have come from. No pun intended, but also I think that by having these smaller games, even on a DLC level, it allows teams or studios that are capable of doing so to be able to potentially craft or create these new exciting areas, like you mentioned about Australia, and trying a few new things without the risk of it failing financially, when you have so much money being pumped into one of these massive open world games. And I think, like, yeah, that would be really cool. Because can you imagine, as you say earlier, in the Animus, maybe doing like a 3 hour mission in Australia, obviously
yeah.
limited in scope with a small team, but having multiples of those sequences. From the previous games, where you can jump into these memories that have been crafted by different studios, like I said, who are capable, have the facilities to do it, but can bring forward these proposals for gamers to try. And then they can then decide, or then they can scope out as a way of like market user research to be like, wow, people really engage with this protagonist in Australia with his sniper rifle in the outback. Like when we did that 3 hour like DLC thing. Maybe we should now expand that to a further size game.